Hello, I'm moving on with the next example problem in Module 1, the do-while loop. At this particular time, you've done two example problems in one assignment with the do-while control structure 1 and 2. I'm moving now on talking with you guys with header records. So I'm going to go into this example problem dealing with header records. There's going to be notes that talking about programming some preset numbers so that you have control over it, of the program looping. Prior to the example problems, we just had to put a number in there, and when it met that number, it kicked out. So now you're going to have a little bit more control with these looping, with talking about header numbers. So in the notes, I'm going to be asking you to go to notes on header records and debrief them, which leads you into building an example problem. This example problem will have to create a flowchart, and then you'll have to have a code in the console application. So you'll have to create a Word file. You'll have to take a picture of your flowchart. You'll have to then dump that into the Word document, just like we've done before, and then screenshot the code in the console application. So you'll have 3 images. You have 3 images inside this Word document. So long story short, if I can go down to the programming, advanced programming page, which I have it open right now. And the second one from the bottom, header record, I'm going to right click and open that in a new tab, which I already have it open. All right. And I ask you to debrief and read through the header record logic and the basic header record. As I scroll down and talk about the flowchart in this example problem 3, the basic header record, what we have here, something of 2 programs that gives you a number that's running up, increment, or a number that's running down, decrement. So I don't really care what program, which way you want to go. One's going to have an addition, and another one's going to have a subtraction to it. So the key header record here is, you see it's reading the name and the number, total number, and the name and total number. Okay, so a little bit different with proceeding on, where you're going to have a count equals 0 and a sum equals 0, and then you're going to count up. And so you can see how this total number record is count greater than, is count less than total number. Where on the increment, you see that this is the process of where you're going to have established a count, and it's going to go down to 0. So this program is based on the total number and allows you to enter that in. So if I scroll down and look at a little bit of the snippet of the code here, all right, you can see that the total number of grades. So this is a program like a grade book, for example, where you have the person's name. Okay, you have a total number variable, count, sum, average, and score. All right, and so the first inputs, please enter the person's name. The second is going to be total number of grades. How many grades did you have? Okay, 5, 10. All right, and so that's the key number in doing this arithmetic and dividing about it. So again, we have a loop structure here. We're going to continue the loop until the count is greater than total number. All right, and then there's additional and subtraction that's going on here in terms of trying to find the sum plus sum, and then you're going to do the arithmetic of the grade. So this total number is based on the grade, and that should be your average, all right, in terms of working through this. So turning it in the same way, we're going to be virtual. If you're virtual, then you're going to have to load up a Word document, take a picture of the flow chart that you're doing, either A or B, increment or decrement, okay? And whatever flow chart you follow, then you need to proceed on it. Now, I will say this flow chart to the left-hand side is modeling this code. This code right here does not go with decrement. You would have to adjust it a little bit, all right? So you're gonna have the Word document. When you're turning this in, we'll have a flow chart, we'll have a screenshot of the code, and a screenshot of the console application during run time. So you'll have to then come back to the console application. You can see here you should have a file, Word document called example 3, and you will then be uploading that file to this in the submit box.